الرحمن الرحيم ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلائق أجمعين حبيب إله العالمين المصطفى الأمين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الغر الميامين واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين آمين رب العالمين. قال الله العظيم في محكم كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وذروا ظاهر الإثم وباطنه إن الذين يكسبون الإثم سيجزون بما كانوا يقترفون. آمنا بالله. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. For everything there is a price. And some say for everyone as well. There is a price tag on everything, whether you want it or not. What is our price? Where's my price? Where's yours? What is the things that we have to pay to get what we want? There's a currency that everyone has, no matter he's poor or rich, from a royal family or not, everyone has it. And that is our life. Our breathing, it's our currency. We breathe, that's a minute gone. If I spin it correct, if I spin it right, I will get something in return. If I do something good with it, I will buy a piece of heaven. Imam Al-Kadhim Salamullahi alayhi says to Hisham, Sallu ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. That for your bodies there's a price. Ama inna abdanukum laysa laha thaman, there's a price, nothing but what? Thaman illa al-jannah fala tabi'uha bighayriha. There's a price for your body, for this body of yours. Don't sell it cheap. A cheap look on something that you shouldn't look at. A time wasted in a place that you shouldn't be in. Something said that it shouldn't have been said. It's all are recorded, calculated. Okay? That's why on the hereafter, the judgment day, there's what? You have two books. One that it's your good and good deeds been written in, and the other is what? Is the sins. That's why in the wudu, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, one of the places that the prayer are answered is the time of the wudu. You are preparing for salat, it's something wajib, as the ulama says, muqaddamatul wajib wajib. Wudu in itself, it's not wajib, but it's for salah, so that makes it wajib. So that at that time, when you are washing your right hand Allahumma a'tini kitabi biyamini. You ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me my book in my right hand, so I know that I'm from the people that go to heaven, inshallah. And when you wash your left hand, Allahumma la ta'tini kitabi bishimali wala min wara'i dhahri. You ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't give me my book in my left hand. So there is a price for us to pay. Some of us use that time to the dot. He knows before he sleeps that what surah he will recite tomorrow, inshallah, of course. He knows, okay, from the time that he wakes up, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. He thanks Allah that gave him this opportunity today to do good. That he's not dead. A lot of people went to sleep, never woke again. So he thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And okay, this is a new day. This is a new opportunity, he sees it. I want to seize that opportunity. What am I going to do with it? What I'm going to do today? Today, okay. Today I need to do my salat, do my job. Do not steal. Do not cheat. Some people, they see themselves as pious, they're mu'min, but when it comes to doing his job properly, he doesn't do it. That's kind of stealing, isn't it? You are not doing something you are paid for. You're not doing something you should be doing with this amount of money that's been given to you. So it's a kind of stealing. You always find ways to help others, to assist others. Okay, today, one day, a friend of mine, he told me this story about his pilgrimage to Hajj. May Allah give this opportunity to all of us to visit that holy land, inshallah. So he told me that my father, I was a really young man, and I really recommend young people to go to Hajj to benefit more, because he's young. I mean, he can do more. He can do more ibadah. One rak'ah in Masjid al-Haram worth 100,000. One rak'ah in Masjid al-Nabi worth 10,000. If someone tells you that there is money there to gather, you're gonna pay everything just to go there. It's kind of currency, it's kind of money that you will use to buy heaven, to buy castles in heaven, to give it as a dowry to what? To your Hur al-Ain. So he said that my father gave me a few advice about how should I act there and what should I do there in Hajj. He said that the first thing he said that, you know, you're going from Karbala, of course. He was going from Karbala. Back in the day, they wasn't, I mean, on mule or on camels. There was cars, big, of course, buses, but there wasn't any roads, or not a lot of roads, and sometimes the bus will sink into the sand. He said, if that happens, don't tire yourself. Don't get out of the bus and start pushing. I said, okay. And if you see that you have to, when you come down from the bus, make yourself look like you're pushing the bus. Don't really push it. Okay? Don't share your food and your ration. It's a middle of desert. You don't know what will happen. There is no supermarkets or petrol station that you just can go to and buy whatever you want. You will sometimes die of thirst. Some people died in the middle of desert for going to Hajj. Anyway, and he told him this, don't help others, stuff like that. I don't know what his father's intention was. Maybe he saw that his son is stubborn. Everything that he tells him, he do the opposite. Some people are like that. So he said, when I went there, the bus sank into the sand. I saw an elderly lady go out of the bus and start pushing. And I'm a healthy young person. Why should I do the same? I pushed even more. I start helping people, sharing with others. And I think this guy, to the date, he went probably more than 15 times to Hajj. Allah gave him this opportunity. This guy really deserves it. He really used his youth to help others, to go to Hajj. Some people, when they're young, okay, let's have fun. And when everything dies out, his looks fade, he's weak, he can't do, but sitting, said, well, I might as well sit in the mosque and start praying. Some people are like that. I'm not saying it's not good, but they lost an opportunity to get more thawab. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. But some people really sell it cheap. Cheap as. Like really a bargain. No, a steal. They sell it and don't get anything in return. Truly, nothing. Okay, that's a really good-looking lady. I might as well look at her. What do you gain in return? Okay, that's a really good-looking, handsome boy. What do you gain in return? Nothing. Truly nothing. Some people, they do others people's bidding. They sell their akhirah. They sell their heaven. For what? For some people is small or nothing, next to the nothing of this world. Do some other people's bidding. Like the people who went to fight and kill Imam Hussein salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. What did they gain? They did someone else's bidding. And some of them were killed. And a lot of them didn't get what they were promised to. Like that guy who came to Ibn Ziyad telling him that give me the gold and the silver because I killed the inni qataltul that I killed the Imam Hussein salawatullahi wa sallam alayhi. And he said, if you know that who he is, why did you do it? And he gave him nothing. A lot of them, they didn't get anything. You think that just happens now? No, it still happens. Still, the followers of that school of thought are still killing people for what? Doing others people bidding. doing what Al Saud tells them or Al Khalifa tells them. And some people are like, come and kill Muslim pilgrims who go to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, who are praying in mosque in the name of what? Of Islam. What he's getting in return? He's getting hellfire. One guy said that he saw it in a dream. You know, it's a story. It's not something to based on. But anyway, so this guy comes to, he committed suicide. And one of his relatives or his son saw him in a dream. He said, all these akhundis, all these mullahs, all these maulanas are liars. I said, how come? He said, they said there's munkar and nakir. They said, I will be questioned. But I went straight to hell. Like when I died, I went straight to hell. So imagine the surprise or the look on those suicide bombers, right? Whoops. All of a sudden, poof, he's in hell. So, صلى على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So, all of us, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, know that. But there is always something that pushes us. We have a lot of them, a lot of us have a weak, I don't know, or not, let's say, not as strong as Iman it should be. We don't have the Iman of Maytham al-Tammar, of Habib ibn Mudahir, of Miqdad, of Salman al-Muhammadi, of Aba Dhar. But we should try to get there. We can't reach to the levels of Imams, but at least we can try. As Imam Ali salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi said, that try, you're not gonna get to where I am and you can't have that patience. But أعينوني بورع واجتهاد وعفة وسداد. Help me. Like what? Help me help you. Help me to help yourself. What he's gonna gain, Amir al-Mu'mineen salawatullahi wa salam alayhi. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will gain. Well, nothing. I will gain heaven, inshallah. So, what should I do? First, when I sin, don't say, this sin is, belittle this sin, disregard it. Okay, I just listen to music, I mean, nothing. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't steal. I was just harmless music. Or looking at some pictures, inappropriate ones. That was harmless. No one got hurt. It's all right. You know, the hadith says that this sin that you disregard is the biggest sin. It's the biggest sin. That those sins, that small sins that we are used to day and day after, that those are the most deadliest of sins. They have the deadly sins. These are deadly sins. Because someone who done something horrific, like adultery, he will know. But lying, that was a white lie. I meant ghiba, backbiting. I merely stated the fact. I didn't do anything. He's fat, and I said, yes, he's fat. Hey, that baldy guy. He is bald. I didn't say anything bad about him. Would you like someone to tell you, hey, shorty, or whatever, sin you? You don't. So these sins are the thing that we should really be careful of. You know, today is, tonight it's the night of Thursday and precedes the Jum'ah. One of the mustahabbat, one of the things that's recommended for all of us to do, and a lot of us does that, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, to recite what dua? Dua Kumail. Beautiful dua. But even that's in just someone, I read somewhere, someone asking, of course he's from other school of thought, about dua Kumail, that this is a beautiful dua. There's not a lot of mention about Ahl Bayt salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. It's all about God subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's all about God. Can I recite it? So they answered, yeah, it's beautiful and it's all about God, but no, you don't. This is just lies. Lies about what? About who? About Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It's not. It's a beautiful dua. So in that dua, what we say, Allahumma ghfirli. Allahumma ghfirli al-dhunub allati tahtikul isam. Right? Oh Allah, forgive those sins that I committed who removed the safeguard. So, what those sins are? There's a hadith who tells us about this, which kind of sins who removes the safeguard. Well, first, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, we don't do it, and inshallah we don't even thinking of doing it, and don't sit even, you know it's haram even, to sit at the table that there is wine or alcohol served, or I mean any spirit that served on. Don't even pass the place. I mean it stink, man. I once passed one pub in the city, and well, it stink. The whole place. Anyway, so drinking, of course, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, we don't do it, inshallah, and don't even thinking of doing it. The second one, this is a bit tricky. Gambling. Why I say it's a bit tricky? Well, let's say it's a harmless lotto. Oh, just numbers, man. I might win the Powerball. Oh, right. Yeah, well, there might an elephant fell out of the sky on you too while you're at it. That's not gonna happen, mate. You're not gonna win the Powerball. Yeah, once a friend of mine won $20. You know, that's a story I truly heard. That one guy said, I'm gonna play it once and I'm gonna win, and he won like $20. Yeah, well, was it worth it even? I said, yeah, when you pay, a few dollars and you get like $20, yes. Well, no, it's not. Those are the sins who you consider and disregard and consider belittle. Anyway, gambling. Mentioning people's mistakes. Kind of backbiting. You come here, you know, I saw this guy in the city with this girl, or he was coming out of the pub, or he was, I don't know, doing whatever. Are you 100% he was with a girl, or he was just merely there and she was standing by him? No, I'm pretty sure. Did you ask him? No, I didn't. Are you 100% sure? Well, like 99.99%. That is wrong. That is a sin in itself. مجالسة أهل الريب. You go sit down with people who are misled. Well, he's merely a friend. I'm not gonna take his way of thinking. I'm not gonna learn his way of life. So he's merely a friend. He's my mate. And at university, I mean, that's all right. No biggie. No, it is. Because you will get used to it. Say, you will disregard it as something bad. Well, he's my friend. Does he drink? Yeah, of course he drinks now and then. Well, do you think drinking is bad? Well, now that you mention it, I'm not gonna do it, but if he does it, I don't mind. So you should. صلوا على محمد وعلى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل النقم. Oh God, forgive those sins that I committed that brings adversity, disaster, misfortune. What is that? That is oppression. Oppression of who? I'm not in position to oppress anyone. But sometimes you are. You're a husband. You can oppress your wife. Well, some cases, you're a wife. You can oppress your husband. Or your children. Or your neighbors. Or even a pedestrian. Or someone that, I don't know, that you just met and you think, okay, this guy knows nothing. And you oppress him. You oppress your employee. Oppressing in all its forms, it's a sin. It's bad. Moving on. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تغير النعم. Oh, that's something. Oh God, forgive those sins that I committed that will change the bounties and the blessing that you gave me. بدلوا نعمة الله. Changed what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him. He gave him money, he gave him health, he gave him beauty, he gave him knowledge. Knowledge, as an example, Bal'am Ba'ura, Allah gave him knowledge. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself described him in the holy book of Quran. He's like a dog. He had knowledge, but what he used that knowledge for? Against one of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala most greatest prophets, and that is Musa ala nabina wa alihi wa alayhi afdal salatu wassalam. A lot of people, they have knowledge, they have like studied physics, chemistry. He studied chemistry and he goes what? To develop a dirty bomb. You know, we heard and read in the articles and the news and stuff like that, the people who are the people who are doctors in Japan, in Germany, in Nazi Germany, and in Japan, who used their knowledge on poor people in the camps. What to just, I mean, trial, and I remember one of them was called even Dr. Death or something. He's a doctor. He swore an oath to protect, to help a soul, a human being, and he does the opposite. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So what else? If you have a good habit, if you change that habit, maybe some of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessing will go with it. You used to help people and you don't anymore because you're more wealthy, you have a higher position. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take that from you. That's one of the things if you do. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what He says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't change in human if they don't change something. If they used to be generous, they stop being generous, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take some of His blessing from them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even for infidels, even for atheists, if He gives, Allah at least gives him in this life. At least. Allah is adil, Allah is just. So if you have a good deed, if you have a good thing going, increase it. Because sometimes something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will just take because you did what? You stopped doing it. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء. Oh Allah, forgive those sins that I committed that stops my prayers to reach you. Those sins are great. And one of the most important of them is al-amru bil-ma'ruf wal-nahy anil munkar. If you stop doing that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will stop answering your prayers. Well, some people have this argument about why this just applies to us, not apply to some other groups of people. Well, I'll tell them what. You know, if you are an employee in a company, that rules of that company applies on you, applies to you. If you go out, there's different rules will apply. But if you're a Muslim, don't stop doing amr bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar. Otherwise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will stop answering your prayers. You know, we have authority sometimes over some of our people. I'm on a pulpit, I tell you, sometimes you listen, sometimes you don't. But I will tell you, I do my duty. Some of you, you have authority over your kids, over your wife, or over your cousins. Use that. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل البلاء. Oh Allah, forgive those sins that I committed that brings down their wrath, your wrath on me. I don't know, is all my sins are forgiven or not? A pious person is always between khawf and raja, fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He might not accept, and hoping that He accepts subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, one person came to someone who participated in killing of Imam Hussein salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. He was among that army of Ibn Ziyad, of Umar ibn Sa'd, alayhim la'ayn Allah. So He saw him during Shahr of Ramadan, and the time that he should fast, he's eating. He said, "What are you doing?" He said, I committed the biggest sin ever, killing the grandson of the prophet, of our prophet. I'm not going to be forgiven, so I might as well enjoy it. So he goes to Imam As-Sajjad salawatullahi wa salam, the son of Imam Hussein, and tells him that story. He tells him that him saying that he lost hope of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the bigger sin than killing Imam Hussein salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Allahu Akbar. That reminds me of another story of people who did someone else's bidding for nothing. We have a bloody history, a history that Muslim who don't belong to the maktab of Ahlul Bayt cannot be proud of. Killing, murdering, committing all these atrocities, invading, for what purpose? Saying, well, we want to convert people to Islam. Oh, really? How the people then in Southeast Asia converted to Islam? By killing? No. By da'wah, like Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. So that was merely an excuse for you. So this person was named Hamid ibn Qahtabah. He says that the riwayah is from Ubaydillah al-Bazzaz al-Naysaburi. In Arabic, Naysabur, it's a city, Naysabur, around Mashhad of Imam Rida salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. So he was, knowing from his name, Bazzaz mean he sells fabrics, he sells cloth, he trades in that. So he goes to Hamid ibn Qahtabah. He was a prince and wali, the governor of that area. He said, I had a business deal with him. So I went to his house. He brought a briq for me to wash my hand, and he ordered the food to be brought, and we start eating. All of a sudden I remembered that, oh, it's Ramadan. It's during the Shahr of Ramadan. What am I doing? And I stopped. So he told me, the Hamid ibn Qahtabah told Ubaydillah al-Bazzaz al-Naysaburi, he told him that, why did you stop? He said, maybe the Amir, you prince, maybe you have an excuse. Maybe you have an excuse to eat, but I don't. He said, I don't have either. I don't have an excuse, but I'm going to hell, that's for sure. So his eyes start tearing, he starts crying. Hamid ibn Qahtabah. And he started telling him the story. He said, one night, Harun al-Rashid, alayhi al-A'inullah, he asked for me. I came, he said, how is your loyalty to the Amir, to the Khalifa? I said, my loyalty to you is I will sacrifice myself and my money for you. I said, okay, go. I went. He asked for me again, same night. And I was shaking that he maybe wanted to kill me, but he changed his mind. Now he wants to kill me again. So he went again. He told him, how is your loyalty to me? He replied, is I will sacrifice myself and my money and my family for you, O Amir. This is okay. He added the family. He went to his house. He called him back again, third time. He asked him the same question. He said, I will sacrifice myself, my money, my family, and my religion for you, O Amir. Said, okay. There was a green saber, a sword in the front of him. He gave it to me, and he told me to listen of whatever this guy who accompanies me tells me to do. He took me to a house with a well in the middle of it and 3 doors around it, closed doors. Said, open that door. I went and opened it. There were people, young, old, all with, assuming they've been there a while because their hair were grown a lot. In chains, 20 of them. Said, bring them out. Kill them all. I killed them one by one, beheaded them, and throw their heads into that well. Who were they? He asked. They are Alawi, a son of Ali and Fatima. All of them. Open the second door. Same, 20 people, old, young, in chain. Bring them out, kill them all, behead them all. I did it. Third, the same, until the last person, who was an elderly person. Was an elderly man. He all of a sudden looked at me and told me, what's your answer gonna be to our grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam on the judgment day? What the answer do you have? You know, they killed this much of Alawis. Do you see nowadays there's more than 20 million, some even say 30 millions of Alawis around the globe, all taking pride to be a progeny and from the same bloodline of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam and Imam Ali and Fatima al-Zahra salawatullahi wa salamu alayhim. يريدون أن يطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم. You see, some person comes now and say, oh, I am proud, I'm from Bani Umayyah. No. No. You know what happened? Even though they killed everyone in Karbala, they didn't even show mercy to an infant. You know, some muhaqqiqeen say that 2 infants were killed in Karbala. One, a 6-month-old Abdullah al-Radi' that Imam Hussein brought outside of the camp and asked people just to give him some water. Just to give him some water. He doesn't need much. And one other that he was born at the same day of Ashura. Please, you know, even this light is too much. At the night of Ashura, when everyone was killed and butchered at the day of Ashura, Sayyidah Zainab, that mountain of patience, that iron lady, Salamullahi alayha, was walking around the camp, calming kids down, calming the orphans down, calming the women down. They were all calm. All of a sudden, she hears a voice. She hears a voice of a woman wailing, crying. She goes towards that voice and she sees that it's Rabab, mother of Abdullah al-Radi'. Where are you, my son? Now I have milk. They didn't give you milk. My breast is hurting me now. I was just wanted to give you some milk. Salamullahi alayka ya Aba Abdullah. She calmed her down. It was her time to wail. It was her time to cry. She went and started looking. Where is Imam Hussein? Where is my brother? Ya Aba Abdullah. They all are butchered. The heads are severed. She looked at the body with the most arrows on. The body with most stones on. She went to that body. She wanted to kiss him. She wanted to lift him up. But every time she tries to lift one part, the other part falls. She wanted to kiss Aba Abdullah, salamullahi alayh. There was no place for her to kiss but the severed throat of Aba Abdullah. So she kissed that throat and faced Medina and said, Ya Muhammadah, Salla alayka Malik as-sama, هذا حسين بالعرى مرمل بالدماء مقطوع الأعضاء وبناتك سبايا. Oh, Ya Rasulullah, this your beloved Hussein in the open, on the sands of Karbala, is beheaded, is chopped off. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل بيت محمد أي منقلب سينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at this night, at this holy place, to hasten the reappearance of our Savior, our Mawla, Al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, salawatullahi wa salam alayhi. For his reappearance and for hastening of his reappearance and avenging the death and the blood of Imam Hussein, salawatullahi wa salam alayhi. We recite this ayah 5 times. أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ 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 أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. صلوات.